60s, as our community continued to grow and more homes were built, a trip down memory lane will show and tell you just how far we've come.
My name is Jim Fabrini, and my father was one of the first commissioners of the Hoffman Estates Park District. Oddly enough, we lived on Highland Pond. That's where I grew up, on Harvard Lane, and our house was the back of the lake was in the back of our house was the lake, and it was at that time when we first moved in 1961. It was just an empty lot. So my dad talked to one of the board of directors of Hoffman Estates, and he said, what are we going to do with this? And they said, well, we're thinking about putting a park district together. Why don't you be on it? And my dad said, well, all right. So that was the formation of the park district, people who wanted to get involved. So the story deepens a little bit further. They picked the board term by 6 years. They said that it was going to be 6 years, and they said, okay, so how are we going to get that number? Was it going to be 3 years, 4 years, 5 years? Well, they actually picked that number out of a hat. So that's a little nugget for you. I'm proud of my dad for getting involved.
After the overwhelming support and the referendum was signed, now you can see how it all started.
Hello, I'm George Seaver. I'm an old-timer in the Hoffman Estates. I served on the village board from 1963 to 1967, and then 2 years later I served on the Hoffman Estates Park District for 1969 to 1975. My association with the Park District goes back a long way because before there was a Park District, all the land belonged to the village, and I was the committee chairman of the buildings and grounds, so I was the foreman and everything. The village was so small at the time, we only had 2 employees. One was in the office, and the other one cut the grass, and I was in charge of the grass cutter. We acquired, one of our most important things was Vogelai Park, which is not important today, but at the time we didn't have a place to meet. So we needed it very bad, and it was a good location. We had a good offer. The lady who owned the house really didn't think very much about selling the thing. She'd lived there for quite a while, but everything else around her had been sold, and she lived on a farm and there wasn't anything left. So we negotiated, and finally we got it settled down, and price was settled, and looked like we had all things, and we said, ready to sign, and she says, I'm not going to sell the driveway. Well, if you've seen the Park District, there was nothing there. When I was on the Park District, I had a lot of dreams.
That's right, George. Your dreams kicked off the 70s with a bang, as Vogelai Barn served as a multi-purpose space for preschool programs, theater, and special events. Then, in 1971, the Park District sponsored one of the most successful soccer programs, with hundreds of kids throughout the Chicagoland area participating. The games were played at Unocal Soccer Field, which was owned by Union Oil and located across from Woodfield Shopping Center. Then the 80s took on a new era of expansion for the Park District.
My name is Gail Vandenberg. I've lived in this area since 1981. I'm very honored to be asked to be part of the Hoffman Estates Park District 50th anniversary celebration. One of the questions that I've been asked is, how has the Hoffman Estates Park District impacted my family? It's a really easy question for me to answer. My children, Amy and Matt, they went all through Hoffman Estates Park District programming. Ever since they could walk, they were involved with programming. They started with preschool programming. As soon as they could stand and hit a baseball, they were signed up for T-ball and went all through the Hoffman Estates baseball program up until 6th grade, I believe. They were both pretty good at what they did, and I was very proud of them. How fun it is to go to the baseball games with other parents and see your kids up at bat, the camaraderie that you have with other Park District parents. It's a great feeling, and I really enjoyed it. They played at Chino Park other parks in the park district, and you really get to know the village very well by having them go through programming, especially baseball. When they were old enough to hold a golf club, we signed them up for the junior golf program at Poplar Creek Country Club. Poplar Creek at the time was just a small building with a huge leaderboard. Jim Karras was the head golf professional, and he and his staff took these kids and taught them the fundamentals of golf, taught them the etiquette. What a great education they had in the golf world. They're still great golfers because of what they learned back in the middle 80s. It was so much fun to see your friends and see the kids, be taught swim lessons. Shortly after we started going to the community pool, we started going to Tropicana. Tropicana at the time was a private pool. Now it's owned by the Hoffman Estates Park District. What fun we had at Tropicana with neighbors and friends. So there are so many ways that my children have been involved with the Park District, get to know other neighbors and friends throughout our community.
Hi, I'm Mike Beers. I am a resident of Hoffman Estates, and I was on Park Board from 1978 to 1995. The good thing about the Park District is there was nothing here. We had meetings in the house over here at the corner of 58 and 72, and slowly but surely we got things going. The greatest achievement for the Park District is growth. Each and every year we seem to be coming up with more and more functions.
In 1981, the Willow Recreation Center opened, bringing racquetball, tennis, a new fitness center and gym, and community rooms. In 1986, we broke ground for the Black Hawk Community Center that had a preschool, dance classes, a fitness center with a running track, and multi-purpose rooms, also new administrative offices. Then in 1987, the Park District opened the Teen Center in Vogelei Barn with Schaumburg Township and the village of Hoffman Estates. In 1988, recreation options expanded into golf with the addition of Poplar Creek Golf Course. The 90s. In 1995, the Seascape Family Aquatic Center opened with water slides, zero-depth pool, a splash playground, and so much more, and also received the Outstanding Family Facility Award from the Illinois Parks and Recreation Association. In 1999, the Park District was recognized for being distinguished and accredited by the Illinois Association of Park Districts and the Illinois Parks and Recreation Association, and we have maintained that status ever since. The year 2000, and look how far we've come. That's right, in 2000 we broke ground for the Prairie Stone Sports and Wellness Center on the west side. Then, in 2003, Vogelei Park got its second renovation. The 10-acre site was turned into the Town Square Park, with a splash pad, gardens, etc., a place for everyone to enjoy. In 2004, Black Hawk Community Center expanded greatly. In addition, they added 2 NHL-sized hockey rinks for hockey and ice skating. In 2010, the golf course was renovated and renamed Bridges of Poplar Creek and earned the Renovation of the Year award in Golf Inc. magazine. Exciting senior programs and activities got started.
Hi, I'm Jan Whitcamp,
And I'm Hap Whitcamp.
and we've become very involved as the last few years in the Hoffman Estates Park District. We moved to this area probably 16 years ago. And when we came, we were newly retired and hoped to find a place that we could come to and participate in activities and so on.
So we went back to the Park District and spoke to the people here. And they said, well, why don't you give us a hand? You know, once you open your mouth, they have a volunteer. So they said, why don't you give us a hand and do a study and see what we can get going. So we visited over 30 park districts in Illinois and in other states when we were in there to see what type of activities we had. And we brought a program or an outline to the park district, and they were very, very receptive to what we were doing. The seniors now, when it started, there were about 8 of us that got together for the first meeting for the senior group. Now we have over 800 people seniors that are registered that participate in one way or another in the activities that they have in the Park District here. So we feel it's really advanced quite a bit.
We are very pleased to say that we have a whole range of seniors in our senior center. We are 50 plus is the name that we've chosen for ourselves because we're very untypical. We have people doing, again, everything from crafts and cards and ping pong, and a group of men that come into the building every single day to play pool. But then there is also a group of a little more active seniors, which Hap and I participate in most of the time. We play volleyball twice a week for a couple of hours. We bike ride, and we have times when we all get together.
We have a few people that are in their 50s, but it ranges between 55 and well, I'm 75, and I'm not the oldest one here, so probably 80 some years old. Mm-hmm. And we seem to intermingle real
together,
well,
which is nice. So
Fridays,
all of the different groups
Fridays.
On Friday come together for our brown bag lunches, or many times Rika, who is our most wonderful person, that will get people to come in and speak to us about different financial situations, all the way down to wills, trusts, and so on, and Social Security, Medicare. She has all types of programs set up for us.
We kind of call it our group the recycled teenagers.
Mm-hmm. So we, Hab and I think, really feel at home when we walk into the Park District now. We have friends that we meet outside of the Park District, obviously, through our dealing here, but it is a wonderful atmosphere. And the Park District board had been very, very receptive when we came back with our survey of all these different places that we looked at. They were very happy to see if they couldn't do something about it, and they certainly have. Mm-hmm.
My name is Keith Evans. I'm a commissioner with the Hoffman Estates Park District, and I'm also president of the Board of Commissioners. I really enjoyed serving with Scott Trippon. Scott Trippon is a person who had a vision for this community, for this park district, and really made a difference. And my goal as a commissioner is not to screw up what he has done so well. The reason we won a gold medal is because of Scott. The reason our park district has Prairie Stone, and it has an excellent golf course, and it has so many good things is because of the vision of Scott Trippon. And also, I don't want to minimize the role of staff. We have a world-class executive director working here in Dean Bostrom. And Dean has assembled a staff under him that just executes the plans of the Park District flawlessly. We have so many people I'm proud to work with and proud to know that work for this Park District.
Well, my name is Troy Trippon, the chairman of the Friends of H.E. Park Foundation right now, which I'm very proud to be a part of. But really, I'm just really proud to be here and to have the opportunity, and proud of the Park District. Thankful to have been asked to do this. In my family, every time we get to drive down the street, we get reminded of what a special place the Park District has been in our life. We get to see this Trippon Center and Ice Arena we were honored to have renamed after my father, Scott. This Park District meant more to him and our family than pretty much anything. Really, it starts with us back before the Park District began. In the late 50s, early 60s, my family moved into Parcel C. So my grandma, grandpa, uncle's father have all been here since the Park District was started. So it's been a part of our family since day one. We're very proud of that. it was, as my dad put it was always the fun business. See, I was lucky enough to be growing up right along with the Park District. I remember when the baseball program was run out of a couple trailers at Chino Park, and now there's parks everywhere for kids to play north, south, or north, central, and west Hoffman Estates. I got to see Seascape be built and spend my first summer there when it opened. We got to see Prairie Stone open up. We got to see all the things and all the people who really made Hoffman Estates become the gold medal park district it is today. We were really proud. We were really grateful. As I said earlier, is really a crowning moment for my father, Scott, when the Park District won the gold medal. And I'm really happy and proud of everybody today to see them continuing that success with the Capra Award recently. As I mentioned before, currently I'm proud to be the chairman of the Friends of Hoffman Estates Park Foundation, and this is actually our 15-year anniversary as well. We're happy that and lucky enough to be a pretty successful foundation board. We have several events every year. So the mission of the Friends of HE Park Foundation is really to raise funds so that we're able to provide scholarships to disadvantaged children in the community and families. From my experiences in the Park District, I'm glad that we have the opportunity to do this. We have great supporters in the community. We throw several great events every year, and we're able to provide at least $15,000 a year in scholarships so that they're able to experience the same things that I was lucky enough to my whole life. I'm happy to be a part of that, and every year we look for more opportunities that we can help the Park District. Another thing we're currently working on is helping to pay for a 28-passenger bus that the Park District uses for children that need transportation. It is used by the seniors, the 50-plus community, to do special trips and other miscellaneous things the Park District may not be able to do otherwise without the support of the foundation. As we grow and are successful, we look forward to working with the Park District for additional opportunities to support them and their missions.
By being a trustee, it has given me a way to give back to the foundation, and I'm very, very proud of my association with the foundation. Thank you for letting me have this opportunity, and congratulations to the Park District on celebrating 50 years. Great job.
Yeah, happy 50th anniversary to the Park District. Happy 15th anniversary to the Friends of HE Parks. I'm proud to be a resident of the community of Hoffman Estates, and especially proud of being to be able to represent the citizens of Hoffman Estates Park District.
I hope that this 50 will be around for the next 50, and I can come back for that one too.
I want to congratulate our current board and dean for doing such a great job, and many more years to come. Thank you, guys.
Again, I'm really proud of the Park District and everything everyone's doing, continuing to push for excellence. This means a lot to us, and congratulations to everybody for 50 years and hard work and your continued success.
Living on the park, I can look out there, and in the summer evening, when it's nice and warm, I sit on my back porch and I watch the sunset on High Point Lake. And you've got to come up to my house to see how pretty that is. It's a lovely thing, and I enjoy it immensely. It's been a joy. I've enjoyed it all. Thank you. I want to thank everybody who works for the Park District, everybody in the Park District, everybody who has anything to do with it, because they've made my life better and made the community better, and I'm pleased with that. Thank you very much.